Ancients are going to by Dark Lady, so his farm is going to start spiraling out of control. And Pharaoh did scout it out.
Thank you, said the Pharaoh. I will take that. I don't even think the Pharaoh had vision there.
Yeah, I don't think he did. But Madman is actually farming really well without having his cleaver yet, and I think he should have it soon.
I think he needs. No, I think he has it right now, doesn't he?
Yes, yeah, he does. There you go. So he's a little bit later, but it doesn't matter because he still has higher GPM.
They're setting up bottom, but there's no one there. They're just farming on the Dark Lady right now, which is good coordinated gameplay by the Legion team, I guess. Not being able to get picked off by that Pebbles with the PK. Pebbles still not having picked up a Chalice. What do you think about that?
He does have a power supply now, though, which he didn't have before.
Yeah, but like the nice thing about having a Pebbles with a Chalice is that you can like nuke waves and stuff and just push out stuff. And now you can't, because the moment you use a combo, you basically have to go back to base. Oh, look, and they're deciding to go Kongor.
Team going Kongor. He has a regen on the Riptide, so if he wants to, he can choose to go regen, make sure that he can tank. But Dark Lady has a bit of lifesteal. But what I love about Riptide is that he makes the other heroes on his team substantially stronger with his ulti. He makes everybody get 15% of Riptide's agility and damage.
They might not be able to take it though. Oh, they did.
Yeah,
never mind.
They already finished it. It just took a lot more effort. And I feel like the Hellborn is completely not knowing about this. They're still waiting bottom.
Yeah. They're just waiting for someone to show up while they must have already seen them because they do wards all over their base or all over their jungle. Their own jungle, I mean. So they're just wasting a lot of time right now. I would like for the Hellborn team to just start taking control of this game a bit, start stacking for the Madman, because the Madman does have his cleaver by now. And you saw that like Dark Lady's entire jungle was completely stacked, while Madman is actually taking a triple stack Ancients by now. But he didn't have any stacks at all in his jungle, so he wasn't able to spike as much as the Madman did.
But it does look like he's keeping up in farm really well. He did just finish the triple stack Ancients. And he's gonna get that whip thing. Is he gonna take over a creep? Not right now. But then again, it's also due to the Hellborn having taken one extra tower. That can mean that 40 GPM difference, perhaps.
Yeah, I'm not sure what it is, but the Madman is definitely keeping up in farm with the... Oh, they're going middle.
Yep, they're going middle. And the toss coming in on the Myrmidon, and he is going to fall to the Bombardier. So nice toss back coming out from the Pebbles. But here's the Legion team. They're going in on the Pebbles, but Pharaoh is there with the ulti. And the Bombardier ulti Riptide just explodes. And here you have the Cthulhu Font, but he's just forced to run away. He can't do anything.
Yeah, the Cthulhu Font with these items just... You can basically just ignore him. He's going for an Astro maybe or something, but it doesn't seem like he has anything. He's probably going for a PK actually.
Actually, he's down to only 240 GPM.
Yeah, well, he wasn't doing that great in the lane anyway, right? The Madman was definitely pushing him out all the time. And they push bottom tower. Yeah, it seems like the Legion team, the Hellborn team, has completely taken over this game. And with the Madman, with Whispering Helm, they can easily also choose to do their own Kongor, giving them that buff.
Yeah, for sure. But this was my main worry for the Legion team from the very start, that they don't actually have any team fight. The only team fight that they have is
Dark Lady going top.
Ulti. Yeah, Dark Lady does have an Invis rune.
They did see him pick up the Invis rune with the wards and the Ref Ward.
Oh, they're waiting for it. Look, he's gonna go in on the Pharaoh, but the Barbed is there immediately. And the stun from the Pebbles.
Is what we call baited.
You can call it
baited. Yeah.
Or you can call it a risky play to try and get ahead. But
they're going on the
Madman. But the Wolves actually missed because he was already invis. So Cthulhu Font, with no way of catching up, is not going to catch up to the Madman.
No dust. As I said earlier, they just have to start carrying dust when you're playing against the Madman. I'm not sure they could have killed the Madman in the first place, but you need to at least have the dust so you can try.
For sure.
But yeah, Dark Lady went for a really greedy play as well. I mean, you don't have that Shrunken. You
And even if no one was there to back Pharaoh up, it's still a barbed armor on a hero that's tankier than you.
Yeah, but the what's his face? I'm doing Kong right now. But the Pharaoh was standing inside the creep wave. With this charge and the way that the charge works, it does a lot of extra damage. So you saw that the Pharaoh was actually already down to like half HP before he even got a chance to activate his barbed armor. But to make an assumption that no one, or that they have zero kind of vision at the top rune, it's a bit greedy, to say the least.
Yep. What do you think of the Thunderclaw picked up by the Riptide?
I don't like it, man. I would love to see something like a Null Fireblade maybe to purge the Pharaoh here. But the Thunderclaw is for pushing, right?
Yeah, and for getting the ability to farm, because what they're banking on, I think, is to go late game. But even in the late game, I feel like because the Hellborn has so much team fight and just so much control in terms of movement, because they have a tablet now on the Bombardier, they have the blitz speed, they have a PK on Pebbles, they have so much. They're so slippery to try and kill.
The Madman in general, right?
Yeah.
And you see the Madman
look at the
taking
bottom
his
lane.
time.
There's the initiation on the Emerald Warden, and the trap isn't even going to matter.
Pebbles going for instant Shrunken. That is interesting.
I mean, it's good for the Legion team to get rid of the Dark Lady ulti. That's one of the biggest things.
I would have still liked for a Chalice to pick up.
You keep going on about this Chalice. I get it. But nice dodge from the Pebbles, by the way. But it seems to us like he's not going to get it. But yeah, I have noticed.
I guess if you are not pushing out lanes as much, you don't really need it then, right? I guess that's what they're going for here.
Yeah, I personally would have liked him to pick up a bottle anyways, because his supports were running back and forth to the base enough early game to keep filling it up. So.
And do they see them here? The Pebbles and the Pharaoh are playing very aggressively. And Bombardier might be making a staff at this point. That is a support Bombardier with 320 GPM.
Yeah, he's been doing a great job of farming, because when the chaos in the bottom lane sort of dissipated, the Bombardier actually went middle lane and pushed the tower and got a lot of waves because of that. And because he's a support, he didn't get priority for farming, but now he's taking lanes quite often.
Yeah, he definitely is. And he might be starting to become something that the Legion team has to reckon with as well. And the one thing I'm seeing right now is the Legion team the Hellborn team taking control of the map. You see where the Legion team is, you see where the Hellborn team is, and it seems like the Hellborn team is just applying pressure on every lane at the same time. Really limiting the amount of space that the Legion team gets to farm, which is exactly what they should be doing. They're kind of choking the Legion team out of a room to do stuff with.
Yeah. But what about the barbed pickup on Cthulhu? What do you think about that?
Unless he gets a staff, I'm not a big fan of it.
Me neither. They lack initiation.
I would have liked a PK and maybe an Abyssal Skull to help you, because you have like a Dark Lady and a Riptide. So the Abyssal Skull is definitely going to be a big help towards them. And the barbed armor may be nice when you have people attacking you, but you won't have people attacking you. You're a Cthulhu fan, they're just gonna ignore you. And that's a tower falling.
For free.
Out of...
Yeah, for free. Wow. There was no hero there.
Yeah, and as you said, look at the top lane. Bombardier just pushing in that wave solo.
Yeah, I think him getting a staff is going to be a really big deal. And Pharaoh actually got a Shrunken, so he won't be silenced up by the TDL. I like the Shrunken pickups, to be honest. I think the Legion doesn't have too much physical damage right now, because Riptide, with that Thunderclaw, he's going to hit hard, but he's not going to hit that hard.
No, definitely. And it's Riptide will always hit hard, right? But the main source of damage is still going to be the Dark Lady. So surprisingly, I'm actually not sure about the Shrunken pick on the Pharaoh. I would have maybe liked to see something such as an. Oh, they're going bottom.
Yep, they are going bottom. They are going to kill the lone Myrmidon because they're too busy taking the Kongor, actually.
Pharaoh rocketed the Kong, and Bombardier is looking to get maybe the Kongor kill, but fails.
Oh, but Bombardier is running back in, and he sees the Cthulhu, but Legion is quite afraid, and the Hellborn side is just pushing in the bottom lane, and they're doing it fast. They pop the Madman ulti, they have the Dancing Blade on him, so they're hitting hard. Kongor does fall, but they're gonna have to port back now. And Cthulhu Fan ports right into the Hellborn team. He does have a buyback, but the Rax is already down to half life, and Riptide now using Undertow to go into the fight instead of using it as an escape. Pebbles is going to be silenced up. He is going to pop the Shrunken so he can cast his abilities. There's a double stun, but they were able to charge out. Cthulhu Fan is going to fall quite quickly. Dark Lady with that Shrunken pick him now. Going to kill the Pharaoh, but the Barbed Armor did too much, and Madman just mans up. And Dark Lady just falls. Pebbles actually going back in, but got instant silenced. Nice stun coming out from the Magikarp, but is it going to be enough? The silence is going to finish him off in the end. Madman actually going to get slowed down by the overgrowth, but Emerald Warden, buyback
on the Pharaoh
did
as well.
fall.
Pharaoh coming back in.
Riptide going in now. He got the silence, but Madman too quick with that invis. He is going to get stunned up by the Blitz. Pharaoh coming in with the big ulti, catching to Emerald Warden, Dark Lady. Both fall. Here comes the GG calls. What a finish.
Yeah, that was really well played by the Legion team and by the Hellborn team there especially. Funny enough, the Pebbles tossed one guy on the other, tried to stun them both, and they both simultaneously charged out of that stun in the team fight.
Yeah.
I thought it looked quite funny.
I thought it looked quite funny as well, but well played from both teams. But the Hellborn draft, just the team fight, it was so lacking on the Legion that the Hellborn did actually, have. They had the Pharaoh, they had the Pebbles, they had
catch
everything they needed.
It mainly came down to the catch because the Hellborn side had really like escapee heroes.